Well, I'm back on project907.com and I've been working on a new Skyblock. I thought I'd make a video of it. This island is a bit more organized than my other two, and I'll show you around this outer edge first. And this here is my house. It's a 2-bedroom house. And we'll go to the left here. These are all horses that were natural spawned. I bought one horse, and that's all I had was one, and all these others spawned after I put some grass down. This is the first little farm. It's a fish farm. You aim right there and fish. I've got a bucket here because sometimes the timing gets off, the piston will be down and the gate will still be up, and the water floods out, goes out that side, and it takes out that redstone. So you got to pick the bucket of water out, put your redstone back, put your water back, and continue. So I don't it's like lightning is setting my island on fire. I've got it set to jungle biome at the moment. That's probably why it's raining. But yeah, you can see the water hits it through the little hole, and it works really good, except for that flood issue. I'll have to figure it out. This is a really simple one. That's why I did this one. It's just, this is it. It's got 2 pieces of redstone and a torch, and it does work pretty good. But you got to keep an eye on that so that don't AFK forever. You might come back and not have anything but a big watery mess. Over here, we got a scary face on top of our flower dye farm. You push this button right here, it floods out the flowers and puts them in hoppers. You turn it again, it gets rid of the water, and then you push this button here and it dispenses bone meal from underneath that makes your flowers. So you can sit here and push these buttons and get all the dye you need. I'm not selling it or anything, it's just for personal use, and so it doesn't need to be automatic. I know if you make these automatic, they'll make you more dye than you can ever use, but if you could sell it at the store, then that would be fine. I don't think the store buys flowers at this point. If you want to do a flower farm, ask the owner if he'll buy them, and most likely he will. This is the cobble generator. I keep it turned off when I'm not using it, so there's no lag issues. But you just break this when it's running. You just break this. It's easy enough. It quits. You wait for that pulse to stop. You put it back. Then when you want to start it up, you put a redstone torch right here, and then you break it real quick, and it starts the clock back up. And you can go down here and get lots of redstone with your efficiency 4. This thing just puts out so much cobble. Then what I'm doing now is, I built all this out of cobble, but now that I'm all set up with the smelter, you bring your cobble over here to the smelter. This side is where I put my cobble. You put it in there, and you get this smooth stone, and then I'll turn it right here into this stuff. I never can remember what that's called, stone bricks. And you can use the stone bricks, but use the stone bricks for this stuff, cracked stone brick, and that's, I think cracked stone brick, or I know it is one of the higher blocks that you can use for island level. So if you can make stone brick, use it. Cracked stone brick, I mean. Yeah, see, I'm set to jungle. I'm not curing or taming any of these cats. This is a wheat farm. It just runs off of the light. You flip the switch, it dishes out the bone meal, and the lack of light causes the plant to break. This thing works really fast. It's pretty impressive. And then over here is our melon farm. I do sell some of the melons because I don't use them all. I'll turn these into blocks, take them to the store. And this one, really easy, simple design. That's pretty rare to see that one right there. Generally it gets most of them. And it's so simple. There's just a torch, and then on top of that torch is one piece of redstone. And it sets them all off when one grows, but that's okay, because you'll be sitting here and this thing will just suddenly go loud and large, and that's why I like it, because it's really loud. Just briefly, just enough to make you jump. It doesn't look like it's going to do it for us this round, but you've probably seen this before. These things have been around for a long time. Here's a sheep. This is probably all temporary because I'm collecting wool, and so I've got these guys all corralled up, so they're easy to get to. That goes to the nether, and then we're all the way back around to the house. So yeah, we got here's our fish farm, our flower farm, our cobble farm, our smelting farm, and our wheat farm, and our melon farm, and our nether, and back home. So that's the outside area, all nice and organized and separated, unlike my other islands where stuff's just scattered all over the place. Inside here we got mob farms. There's 5 of them. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4, and there's 5 right in the middle. This here is iron golems delivery. I got a bunch of iron mines up top. We'll look at those. But they come down here and they get burned up in the lava. You can open this door. There's a chest down in there you can collect the iron from. This is my enchanting and all my chest. This is where I started. There's my bedrock. And I got 4 cactus farms. I don't know if I'm going to build these up or not. I think if I do, I'm going to have to bring them at least up to here to look okay. I think it might look funny if they're, well, I don't know. At the moment, I'm not selling cactus. I just need the dye. Basically, all of these farms are just allowing me to make the materials to build with. Anyways, yeah, so we got all the mob farms. We got 5 of them. We'll go up and look in the center one. It's got platforms with trapdoors, and they spawn up in here and they walk off the edge, fall in. The spiders, they will fall through the 2 wide here eventually. Even if they plug up here, the other mobs slip through, so it's no loss that I've found. Then they all land and you can collect the stuff. This one's running a little bit low. I was here earlier for a couple hours, and this is about the standard. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8, maybe 9 stacks. Yeah, the witches don't die. 9 stacks of stuff. Yeah, 9 in that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe. So you get the idea. If you add it all up, there's maybe a double chest full of stacks that I can go sell every hour to hour and a half, 2 hours. I haven't timed it out, but just from recent use. And this is all fairly new. I did these all first before I put any of these. I just finished up all this stuff out here. And back to the iron. Yeah, that's where they go. I was having some problems with the iron mines, or I'm having an issue with them. They are despawning. These 4 work. The ones with the wood blocks. Let's go. We'll start up at this one here. These 4, this one, that one, that one, and that one all work. But these ones over here, the villagers will despawn out of these 4. Now, if I stay here, it works fine, but as soon as I leave and come back, then they start to disappear, whereas these 4 always stay the same. So I know, because these 4 are okay, that my distances are fine. I've got all the villagers stuffed in the corner, and to keep them as completely far away as possible. So in my process of elimination, I do believe my next step is going to be to remove some of these doors in here. I know that minimum requirements for a 10 villager farm is somewhere around 20, 25 doors, and I don't know what I got in here, probably 60 of them. So I'm going to remove the doors in each one of these, probably from that corner to that corner, if this is enough. Or I might just remove them in sections. I haven't decided yet. So anyways, once I do that, then I'll fill these other 4 back up, or I'll do at least 1 to see what happens. And hopefully through trial and error, I'm going to get all 8 of these to work. I have a 9th one underneath. We can go down there. The mobs, I didn't really like the shape of the 4 squares, so I filled in each corner, and it looked like a mouth to me when I was kind of done. And so I put some eyes up here and a head. Maybe I'm trying to get the shape. I think the head's a little too tall. I need to go with a bit shallower arc. maybe it'll look okay. And if it does, I'll probably turn that into some crazy looking spaceship looking deal. And yeah, if I can get these iron mines to work, that's pretty much my main deal that I'm going to be working on next. Down here also, another project is to fill this in. I think I've got this too low. This is the very, very bottom, and I probably should have put it up about maybe right here so I could get underneath it and put chests and hoppers and any redstone, or just so I can get underneath it and still build, because you can't build underneath here. So I think I may just fill this in, or I may go and just copy it right over the top, as is a possibility also. I just thought of that. But because yeah, I really need to am gonna want to get underneath that, I'm sure, at one point or another. But yeah, foresight. And then underneath, yeah, here's that other farm. I haven't put, well, I did have villagers in here at one time. As soon as they despawned, the first one despawned, I just pulled the rest of them out and haven't tried that. I want to get the other 4 on this side working first. And I think that's it. If you visit this place, you can take a trip down here. I think I've moved my welcome sign around a bit because I use it. It's quicker to get from one spot to another with your welcome in your home. So yeah, if you come here, yeah, it just tells you to walk right off of this down here. And this is where the golems go when I just add water and hook that back up. But they'll go down here, and I'll probably turn all this into glass, or at least this top level. And this chute, that's a pretty long one. And yeah, and then they come down here and they make another drop down here. And it won't kill you if you don't have a fly, as long as you kind of stay in the middle. Try not to. And if you get in the lava, you're okay, because there's water right here. But you want to jump up on here, and you can let yourself out. So there you go. That's my current Skyblock island. So, yeah, just another day on my island. See how many of these we can get chasing us. We got 4. Saw another one over there. Oh, there's one. Okay, well, after these Endermen followed me everywhere, trying to get me, they finally quit. And I can look right at them, and they look away, or, but see, they don't try and hurt me at all. I think I made them dizzy going around that track so many times. They're all over the place. I killed 2 of them right over here just a second ago. But the rest of them, yeah, see, they don't do anything. How's it going there, buddy? Looking deep into your eyes. Oh, he can't stand it. Oh, I won that staring contest. So we'll get back in my cart and AFK in peace. It got to where there was only one following me, and I finally killed it. One that was following me that was mad. But see, now they'll all kind of stay with me, but they won't try and get me. But see, they'll just TP to me. That's just a very, I don't know, it's interesting. However they, the Endermen work. I don't know, are they still following me? No, they all kind of stopped. Oh, there's one. Yeah, they're still TPing to me. Yep, I made him dizzy.